Hello and welcome to Points of the Crown. I am Steve, your host and owner of King Nothing Comics. I am here with the one and only James, sketching the Beast.
What's going on?
What's happening? Whoa.
Oh, you already kicking me out. All right.
There, that's more comfortable.
There we go. There we go.
I was like, why are we in the side? I didn't even...
Oh, yeah. Like you were sharing something.
Yeah, well, we have a lot to share. Lots of things going on. Lots of craziness going on.
For sure, man.
Where do we even begin? Well, let's call it a show. See you guys next week.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we could go. I don't know where you want to start. There's so much to talk about.
Let's do a little recap here.
Yeah.
So last weekend I was at Smoky Mountain. Mountain down there. I finally learned.
Where was this at? Where's Smoky?
Kingsport, Indiana.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get this in there. There we go. Kingsport. What's happening, brother? I did not know what city I was in the last time I was here, so I made a concerted effort to
know where you were going.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now Dave's working the midnight oil here, second shift. All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate you hanging out while you can, man.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Be safe out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smoky Mountain was good, man. There was someone had sent me a screenshot of I don't know if it's a Reddit post or a Facebook post of somebody lamenting what a terrible time that they had as a vendor.
Awesome.
All I'm gonna say is a lot of these conventions, and I don't know that Smoky Mountain necessarily falls in this category, but a lot of conventions are trying to grow. So they're adding on rooms and banquet halls and stuff and other buildings.
Yeah.
And historically, if you're in the main room, you're going to have a good time. If you're not in the main room, you're probably not having a great time.
Yeah.
So what you do with that information, I don't know. But this is the Instagram page here. I was in the main room. I was actually maybe 30 feet from Dave Coulier from Full House. Oh, there he is.
Oh, nice. Yeah. He was at Steel City too. He was there.
He's been making the rounds, man. And him, and then Jodie Sweden was there too, and one of the other girls. I couldn't tell you who, but I did not see any of them. I did meet one random. I don't know who it was. Like, there was a random gal that came with her agent towards the end of Friday night that was just walking around the show, just looking at tables and stuff.
Yeah.
No idea who she was. So there's that.
Haven't we had this conversation where you should check out to see who's going to be at the show before you go to the show?
That's the thing, though. It's like, look at this. Like, if you looked at this and you look through and you're like, okay, well, I recognize a couple of these people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the original voice actor for Scooby and Shaggy or something.
I have no idea.
Fry's there. The voice actor Fry's there. What's his face?
Billy West.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
That's the thing, though, is that and this isn't unique to Smoky Mountain. A lot of places, they don't necessarily put all the pictures of the voice actors and actresses.
Yeah.
It's put the characters that they play.
Makes more sense. I mean, people don't recognize voice actors. I will tell you, there's probably about 4 voice actors I could say that I recognize their faces.
Yeah.
Other than that, I only know the characters, right?
I mean, if you include Chris Pratt for his work on the Lego movie, I would recognize him. Outside of that,
everything else.
I got a pretty short list of folks that I'll recognize, but
Yeah.
I did see at the very last minute on Sunday. I shouldn't say last minute. It was in the last couple hours. Bam Margera.
Oh wow, he actually made it to a show.
Yeah,
Oh,
he had his whole crew, and they were like bolting out the door. Where he was on the opposite side of the room as me, and they had all like the staging for like the shuttle vehicles was over towards that end of the building.
Yeah.
And I think they were just like, get out of here before anyone else tries to stop us for a picture. So
nice.
Saw him in passing just very quickly. I have my usual, like, anytime someone walks by, I say, hey, what's up? And I got what's up, dude? As he was running. I'm like,
nice.
That was Bam Margera. Glad he's alive and here.
Yeah, he has supposed to have been coming to Nickel City for like the last, I think, 2 years.
Oh yeah.
I think he's scheduled one last time. Hopefully he comes this time. But he bailed the last 2 times. So we'll see. We'll see if he comes this year. That's funny.
It's funny. So somehow the boys over at Clan McDonald Comics, somehow they got him for a signing. I don't know if it was last year or the year before.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It's some like complete randomness where they end up with Bam Margera at their table doing signings. Like, who would have thought?
Yeah.
But all in all, it was a decent weekend. The challenge for next year, so they have a Terror show and they have Fan Fest. Fan Fest is in the fall. Terror is like in May, in the spring. And it would make way more sense if the Terror show was in the fall. So next year, they are switching the shows.
That makes sense.
So they'll be shifting stuff around. But what that means is I will be in Denver.
Oh.
Yeah. So just can't do it. Bam walked by my booth a couple times. He looks better than he ever was. Yeah, he looked like he was doing all right, man.
It's good to hear.
I know all those guys that were on Jackass definitely physically put themselves through the ringer, but then I know a lot of them had struggled with different addictions and stuff. So
yeah, with one of them actually playing in the movie The Ringer.
Right? Oh my god. My favorite line in that is, when the F did we get ice cream? This is so funny.
Yes. Oh my god.
So yeah, all in all, decent weekend, nothing too crazy. Got out of there at a decent time. Would I recommend this show to anybody? Artist Alley, I think they need to fix Artist Alley.
Yeah, one of those, huh?
It's tight packed. They have celebrities in that room too.
Okay.
So it's like there is draw to that room.
Yeah.
But the Artist Alley is so crammed into the middle. There's barely room to walk up and down the aisle.
Oh.
And I don't know who the vendor was, but I believe I've seen them at other shows.
Mm-hmm.
They have no problem putting their like little shelves of wares in the effing aisle.
Oh, I hate those people.
Yeah, it's like no one else is doing this. If you look around, like literally no one else is doing this. Why do you think it's okay to be in the aisle?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of people use the ask for forgiveness, not for permission mindset.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but here's the wild one, James. I've never seen this before. I don't think at any Comic-Con for sure. In the middle of Artist Alley, there was a gentleman selling edibles.
Oh wow! Yeah, definitely a first.
I'm like, okay, there's apparently been some laws passed in Tennessee. Otherwise, we're going to see the DEA come in. He was selling hats and T-shirts and stuff, but I'm like, the main attraction to the booth was definitely the edibles. I'm like,
right.
So if you're having a bad time in Artist Alley, just swing by, get yourself a little snacky cake, and
that's surprising. A lot of shows have, they're basically like you can't have food unless you have special permission. So I don't know if that was the case with this show, or he asked for special permission, or
my biggest regret from this show is there was a gal in there that was selling baked goods in Artist Alley. And again, I thought the same thing. Like, most of these places have rules about this.
Right.
And my biggest regret is Friday she had banana nut muffins on sale for $3, and
Oh,
I
man.
did not buy one.
You missed out.
Sunday, I'm like, you know what really hit the spot? Banana nut muffin.
Muffin.
And I walked in there, and much to my dismay, she was not selling any.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Had to bring
it's
a new
terrible. Ben was on a mission, though. He was in there to find him. So if you're going to do Artist Alley, friends, I'm not sure that I would recommend it. I think they need to get that kind of figured out. But I know with them switching dates for next year, those corner booths in the main room are going to go fast.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Steve, I got you covered snacks. You want some banana num?
Nice.
Ben's always got me covered. I appreciate it, man. They there's something about the way they were sitting on that booth in that room. The lighting was just right. You know, some people use this to describe like the moment they see the love of their life, and for me, it was a banana nut. It's a nut muffin that got away.
Oh, man.
It's not so good. Not so good. So that was this past weekend, and I was just talking with James before we fired up the stream here. My next big regret, and is I shared this last week, but I'll share it with you all now. I double booked myself for this weekend. I will not be at Flower City Comic Con.
Yeah, that stinks.
Now, James, you'll be there.
I will be there. Yes.
I assume that Mr. Josh Lopez will be there too.
That is a good question. I have the list pulled up. I could find out.
I haven't talked to him in a minute. I don't know if Andrew Clem will be there, but made a lot of good friends at this show the first time I did it, and James among them. And yeah, I will not be here.
Yeah, it stinks, man. Yeah, it's kind of a staple for me. I mean, it's not the best show that I do throughout the year, but it's a staple, man. It's where I got my start. So
them
kind of go back every year, even though there's been a lot of angst about the show over the last year or two. But I think they're gonna get better. They got some new board members. I think they're planning on growing in the right direction. But yeah, no Clem, no Josh, from what I'm seeing at least. Yeah, crazy, man.
I sent my email to Mr. Burke last week, and I didn't receive anything back. I did receive an email as far as loading instructions, and I'm like,
"Oh, did you?
Did you not?"
I did. I'm just surprised.
Okay.
You're not on the list. That's why I'm like, did you really?
Am I not on the list?
I'm not seeing you.
Okay, well, I must have been on whatever email list he had put together before. So
probably, yeah.
Anywho, we got a lot of topics to get into tonight, folks. I forgot to bring it up last week. I'm just put it on the table. What all I got here, and then we could talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. Okay. We got the big one I missed last week was there was an artist that had worked for Lorcana. That's a Disney collectible card game. Mm-hmm. He's under fire right now. Not real sure what else is going on there, but I have some stuff pulled up. I've also got I got a bunch of Reddit stuff. There's a lot of good questions. I'm like, we could just spend half the show going through these questions. So we'll save that towards the end, I think.
Yeah.
And then I do have some personal updates.
Okay.
Let's do that first. Let's do
personal updates. Sounds good.
Yeah. And then there's just all the wild stuff going on in the news. And I'm not trying to be a political talk show by any means or a news talk show, but significant stuff happening. You know what? I'm just going to put a blanket statement right now if we come back to it. Is obviously it's a terrible thing between the shootings that have been going on at the schools. There was one reported today in Colorado. That sort of thing. There was also what a lot of people are calling a political violence with Charlie Kirk getting shot and killed. There's no need for violence. what we need to do is have not just a meaningful conversation about directions forward, but action. A lot of the stuff that people are upset about now, key issues that people are upset about now, were issues 20 years ago, back when I was voting for the first time. And there's really been no meaningful change. So at this point, I can only think that this is me personally speaking, my opinion, is that it is not a left or a right thing. I don't believe that our government wants to have anything fixed because there's no money in having things fixed. If we have them in control and they can banter back and forth and nothing ever really moves forward, they can keep us divided. They can control where the money goes and nothing really gets done. I think we could take a fraction of a % of the defense budget and fix the security issues amongst the vast majority of public schools in America. I think if we had a meaningful conversation, the other issues that everyone talks about every 4 years, we could probably find a reasonable compromise for most of those too.
Yeah.
But we do not need to start trading shots to make that happen. It is not going to solve anything. It's only going to make things worse. That's my 2 cents.
Yep.
So, I don't know if anyone else in the chat has a comment on that or if they want to challenge that or anything else, but feel free to do so. I'm not trying to make this a news show or a political show. I just get sickened with all the rhetoric that bounces back and forth every single time stuff like this happens, and nothing changes.
No, yeah, it's just funny, man. It's crazy that we're so divided, and then like it just keeps going. It's constantly there. It's sad. I hope hopefully someday we can figure that out.
Well, I started putting together. This was maybe 2 years ago.
Steve running for office. Let's go. Steve for 2028.
Jokingly, back in, I think 2018 was the first time I could vote. Maybe it was 2020.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. That's way off. 2004.
Oh, wow. Okay.
2004, I think, was the first time I could vote.
We could say 2018.
I was thinking my age was 18, and I put 2000 in front of it, and it's completely wrong. Is that I jokingly on MySpace, I made a little political banner.
Yeah.
And I wrote my name, and I wrote the word tyranny 2008 as though I was going to take over and be the tyrant.
Yeah.
And all my friends, like, they thought I wrote a slur for transvestites on there. It starts with a T. Instead of tyranny, just drop out the Y.
Oh my God.
Which is arguably funnier than what I wrote, but also offensive to a lot of folks. So thankfully the MySpace catalog of photos and posts has, I hope, been lost to the internet wasteland.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'm in trouble.
Yeah, nothing's ever truly lost, my friend.
It's sitting in a vault somewhere.
I'm gonna pull that post out later when you're super famous.
There's worse posts than that. We won't go down that rabbit hole tonight. I like to push buttons is all.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Where the hell were we going with all this?
We had our blanket statement.
Nothing really changes.
Yeah, we're gonna move on from that.
Yep. So it was a couple years ago. I was gonna say before you said about running for president. A couple years ago, I started putting together like what I thought from a security standpoint schools would need to increase their security and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this has to already be out there. And I started looking through, and like Pennsylvania actually has a meaningful like list of security requirements for every public school. Even things like out where students could be loading into the school, there needs to be concrete posts that could withstand vehicle impacts, so no one could like try to crash a car into people. It could even be something where someone just passes out or has cardiac arrest, and loses control of their vehicle, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be anything nefarious.
Yeah.
So, and I started looking like Ohio technically has a resource like that too. And I'm like, if all these resources are available, why isn't anything getting done? And the only thing I can think is complacency. That making change happen seems like a lot of work, so no one does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I can only speak from like my school that my kid goes to. I mean, could it be more secure? Probably. I don't know everything that they have as far as security goes, but I mean, the doors are always locked. The kids come in one door when they're being dropped off, and the kids that are being dropped off on the bus go in another door. And there are several police that are pretty much stationed there all day long, 24/7. You know,
Yeah.
as long as the school is open, obviously. And I mean, yeah, but there's yeah, I'm sure there's tons of other things you could do. I mean, a lot of the violence comes from within, which is kind of the saddest part.
Yeah.
Uh, so I don't know how they would accomplish or take care of something like that. But I constantly getting text messages from the school about something happening. Oh, we got a tip about something. Go to the website to check our latest acknowledgement, and then it'd be like, okay, we're on standby. Oh, okay. And then they post a thing later that some kid threatened some other kid, and it has been de-escalated. Like that's constantly,
Yeah.
like almost weekly, or you get something silly like that. But
Yeah.
I guess I'd almost rather know than not know. But
Yeah.
sometimes
Communication is big.
little bit of panic sets in. It's like they're like, "Oh, we have an update, but we can't share any information yet." You're like, "Okay, well, why would you tell me that?" Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's going on. Like,
Yeah. It's like if all the Amber Alert alarms just went off, but then like there's no message.
yeah, right,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
yeah. So I don't know. I think coming from like an OSHA safety background, like with
Mhm.
companies that we'd work with to get them up to snuff with that stuff, it's like it's three basic things. It's first, what are your engineering controls? You have to make the thing safe before people can go into it.
Mhm.
Second is, what's your rules and procedures, your policies to keep people from getting hurt? So if you can't physically do something to keep people safe, what's the rule that you have in place? And the last but not least is, what do you physically have in that facility, like whether it's something like personal protective equipment people wear or like that sort of thing. What do you have in place for individuals?
Mhm.
And like, it's a very, you want to talk about common sense, there's no reason this stuff shouldn't be done other than funding and who's going to do it.
Mhm.
Those are the two things, right?
Yeah.
So in my mind, it's like, okay, we can fix this problem. You get enough people in a room that can reach out to all these different contractors in in Ohio or wherever. We can get this stuff fixed in no time.
Mhm.
But we don't. And then something happens. And then people go on there and they want to do all kinds of stuff and say all kinds of things. And it only makes the divide worse and nothing gets fixed. And then the kids, I think this is what exacerbates the problem. Kids start to lose hope. And if you don't have hope and you want to send a message, what do? You do something drastic.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think there's going to be a lot more of that going on. If I can give any message to the listening audience, is that there is hope. Things can get better. At the same time, we cannot rely on our government to do it. They clearly have not done it, at least not on our own turf. Maybe they're doing it overseas. But as far as you and I, the kids, and all this, like, it ain't getting done.
Yep.
And it's not just one side or the other. It's the whole damn thing. So that's my political soapbox I'm going to step off of. And we're going to talk about something more fun, like cyber hacks.
Yes.
I got this back from this is a work in progress here. I probably shouldn't be sharing this. I've got a new color artist that is coloring stuff for me.
Nice.
and she is. This is way zoomed in, but let's see if we can zoom in a little. It's my first time using an inker and a color artist that is not myself. So I have Alleyway Arts Lee. She is doing the inking, and I made a connection at Boston. The gal, it's guy named Jeff, worked for Marvel. I'm going to butcher his last name because I can't really remember off the top of my head, so I'm going to try. He teaches art now, and one of his students is able to start taking on gigs. Got her doing coloring, and it's fantastic because she sends me stuff like, hey, this one eye on this one character on this one thing looks like it could use a little fix. Do you mind if I fix it? I'm like, is that going to cost extra, or are you gonna just do it? And she's just going in and making it look absolutely wonderful.
That's awesome, dude. Looking great. Yeah.
I'm like, I was so apprehensive about like forking over money for other people to do work, and
it can be a nightmare. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So you don't know about that, do you?
I know way too much. I know way too much. I didn't mean to make a joke there.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I've hired and fired my share of colorists, not inkers. I've not hired an inker yet. I've been contemplating it, but yeah. Oh my goodness, it's something else. But yeah, if you could find somebody that can do what you're looking to do, and you can trust them, and they're communicative is the biggest thing. Like anybody watching this, and you're like, hey, I want to be a colorist or an inker, you gotta be communicative with the person that is hiring you. You have to be communicative. You can't just color something, submit it, and then be like, this is done. Well, okay, you didn't ask me about what color the gun was. Okay, you didn't find the right. Apparently didn't give you the right reference, or whatever it is. Or you didn't fill in this little spot. You didn't ask questions like, hey, is this a this, or is this a this? And you just kind of make assumptions. You know what? Making assumptions, it makes it out of you and me, right? So don't, be communicative. So yeah, it's great. It's great. You got somebody that's talking to you.
Yeah. You gotta talk. You gotta talk, folks. I was debating if I was going to share my dirty joke.
Okay.
I suggest only using this with a significant other if they appreciate this kind of humor. Okay. You'll probably get smacked. And you say, you know what happens when you assume, and they're going to be real cocky and sarcastic. Be like, what? It makes an ass of you mean? Like, no, it means you gotta give me a piece of your. I'll let you fill in the blank there.
Nice.
It's a good one. Trust me.
Nice.
We'll not get you smacked at all. But friends, the big piece of news that is missing from last week, I actually had this saved on a side tab, and I did not pull it up. Is that the witch hunt has begun. Now, are there actual witches?
Yes.
A witch hunt implies that there's not. That they're just women that bad men wanted to kill back in the day. That's the implication of witch hunt. But suppose there were actual witches, James. Would you hunt them?
Depends. Are they bad? Then yes.
Yeah, I have no info one way or the other as to if they are good or bad.
Okay.
But there are people now hunting and looking for, now that the blood is in the water. Dragon Con, as you all recall, ejected somebody from their convention for using and selling AI.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Let me blanket statement all is with like, this is all alleged. I know nothing. I'm just reading from websites.
Yes. Yeah. Look at the artwork yourself and make your own opinion.
Everything else is an opinion, and I am an idiot. So Disney cancels artists after shocking AI art revelation and scam claims. Now, here's the deal, James. I don't know if you've heard about this one, but this guy actively sells at conventions.
He's been at one.
He's been at a bunch.
Yeah. Right.
And
about Mr. Jimmy here, yeah?
And as far as I could tell, he's a nice guy. I talked to him.
Oh, have you? I have not met. I've only met his art rep.
Yeah, very briefly. Met him at whatever decent sized show is at last. They all blurred together. Never mind. Moving along. So apparently this all kicks off with as all these ads load up. This tweet. Someone says, "Hey, so this guy at Anime New York City just blatantly lied to me about not using generative AI in his work and scammed my mom off of several $100s in prints."
This is about him? Oh, wow. Okay. I saw this post. I did not know it was about Mr. Mulligan.
Toon_emu claimed that not only was he misrepresenting the nature of his artistic process, but it also scammed their mother out of hundreds of dollars in print sales.
Yeah. Hundreds of dollars that could have been that person's.
Right? Well, she's just mad that her mom's not buying her art.
Right.
It's going to some other guy. God, what show was that? I was literally like catty cornered to this guy. Was it I think it was Chicago. Maybe it was Chicago. Fan Expo.
I'm surprised that he does all these big shows. He has got an art rep who does shows for him, and like he was at Nickel City, of all places. Like Nickel City's not a small show. It's not a really big show either. So for him to have like a proxy that's selling for him at a show, like that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I've only very briefly talked to him, and again, seems like nice enough of a guy. Yeah. And I know his booth was busy the majority of the weekend. But when you're dealing with these ads are just popping up all over the place and it's making the screen go nuts.
Yeah, flickering like crazy.
That when you have things like Disney and Lorcana on your billboard, it's going to get attention. People love Disney. They do. They collect Lorcana. That was one of the things that I was told by a Disney rep that they look for. They look to see if you have the actual Disney logo, Disney brands on there. That's what they're looking for when they're looking to possibly shut stuff down. I'm just gonna stop sharing the screen because it's going nuts. And it's I know it's bothering me, so it's gonna be bothering someone else too.
Mm-hmm.
But the message says, "Hey, so this guy that just sold all this stuff, blah blah blah." It says his wife replied, insulting me inappropriately, citing the argument I had with my mom, and is now attempting to scare me with legal action. Please help me if you can. I'm utterly offended and absolutely flabbergasted. I will not let this slide. That is from Toon Emu, alleging that this dude's wife reached out to her, I don't know, via email to scold them on the side.
Wow. That's crazy.
So the question I have is how do you determine if something is AI while you're at a convention? Unless it's obvious, like fingers or something, you know.
Yeah, I usually notice right away, like the way that AI does like inking.
Yeah.
In a sense, is pretty like consistent across all of the work, right? So it's just like has no rhyme or reason to the line thickness in a lot of it. And they always do that like really fine, almost perfect hatching that like I guess you could get if you were doing like perfect vectors. And I think that's kind of
brushes that do that too.
Yeah, that's kind of where you start to get a little fuzzy. But like then I look at like the background details. Do the background details even make sense? Because like even if I was to go in digitally with a stamp and copy the stamp 50 times, I would do it in a way that it made sense. You know, even if I blurred it out, it would make sense. But sometimes you see in AI, like you'll see like a bookshelf going like sideways, and then all of a sudden, like it just doesn't make sense the way the books are like crooked, and then it doesn't follow the right perspective, or like the village in the background looks weird, doesn't make sense.
But at a glance, I'm getting a lot of echo.
Is it me?
I believe it is.
Oh,
Are you
all right.
using the headset mic again?
Maybe. Let me check. Hold on. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'll switch. There we go.
Let's
That
see
better?
if I get. I think so.
Okay.
Now you're just room echoing is all.
Oh, you can hear all my background noise now.
Well, I can't hear the noise. You're just reverbing.
Weird.
At any rate, our friend, I say friend, I don't know this person, Toon Emu, responds saying that I then asked him if I could see the time-lapse replay, but he told me he didn't record one. I have made over 700 illustrations using Procreate, so I know for a fact that it automatically saves the time-lapse replay. Told him this and offered to show him how to access them. Then got mad at me and told me to leave. I got into a bad fight with my mom about it after, since he tricked her into thinking his process was all his own and that he did not use generative AI. Let's see.
So I think so I don't know, maybe you were going to talk about Inkwell a little bit, but after watching Inkwell's video, it's actually crazy because like I've never actually looked at his work close enough to be like, oh yeah, that guy's using AI or whatever.
Right.
Because honestly, I saw Disney Lorcana and there was like 5 billion people at that booth the whole entire weekend. And I was just like, whatever.
Right.
I was just kind of jealous that I can't legally sell Disney artwork. I do, but anyways, so I didn't even know. And then so Inkwell came out of that video after talking about that guy that got kicked out of Dragon Con and started talking about Mr. Mulligan. And he was talking about how his experience doing the Lorcana cards and like some of the rules that follow the Lorcana cards, like what you legally can and cannot sell as part of your contract. And I thought that was interesting. And then he goes into talk, he kind of starts pointing out, it seems like that Jimmy may actually be doing some art and then porting it into AI to generate the backgrounds for him, which would save him a lot of time.
Yeah, and even with coloring, it'll make stuff pop. Let me see if I can share this real quick. So Jimmy has put up, this is his most recent post, and I guess he must have done a live stream, but he said, for those that missed the live AI last night, this is him showing that he can actually draw. Which
that's like Ariana Grande. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he's doing a portrait of Ariana. So I don't think anyone doubts that he can draw.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, was he using AI to enhance his stuff?
Yeah.
Because you could probably take this image after he's done and toss it into an AI filter and make it look stupendous. With all kinds of lights and shapes and you name it, right?
Right.
I think that's the problem a lot of people have, is that there's artists out there that can draw, they can do it, but that wow factor that they get isn't them, it's them feeding it into AI.
Yeah.
So no clue one way or the other if he's using it, but the allegations go on. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find a more stable site. Did I close that window? Here we go. This is a Screen Rant. Seems that Disney Lorcana fans could be fairly sure that James C. Mulligan's work on their favorite cards is, in fact, his own artwork. As Redditor user Goldar points out, though, nowhere does he say AI has never been used for his other work. At the time of this writing, neither Disney nor Ravensburger has issued their own statement on the issue. So I don't know how people are going around saying that Disney has disowned this guy.
Yeah.
False
I don't. Yeah.
I can't find that statement anywhere. So that's a little strange. But it's
tough to trust everything you read nowadays.
Yeah. Let's see here. Here's his actual statement that James put out. I don't think we're gonna read this whole thing, but hi all. It looks like I became very famous pretty much overnight due to certain unfounded "your art is AI" accusations. Skipping down, I've been trying to lay low, but I figure it's about time this needs to be addressed out of respect for all the clients. Blah blah blah. He's been there through the decades, long before AI was ever a word on the scene. Let's see if I can zoom in a little for you guys.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
There we go. As the artist in question, I will state definitively that multiple statements made are patently and provably false. First and foremost, that AI was used to create my multiple Lorcana cards, not remotely true. Nor have I been blacklisted from working with Disney. The employee that stated these things deleted their tweet and took their account private almost immediately after making these false statements. That sounds like that person's going to get in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're working for Disney and you don't have the right or the expectation to put those statements out, you're going to get in a lot of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, I tend to forget that we have Instagram open too. We got Step and a Half says, yeah, he doesn't show any backgrounds where the AI seems to be prevalent. He also removed a lot of his images from Instagram that could have had AI backgrounds, or he has turned off comments. Interesting. I did not poke around a ton of his Instagram stuff. That certainly won't look super good if people are, accused of AI and then they suddenly start deleting posts left and right.
Well, yeah, that was the other thing that Inkwell brought up is that suddenly after the guy was escorted out of Dragon Con, that suddenly some of the prints that Mr. Mulligan had on his display wall was taken down.
Yeah, we don't know the whole story behind that though. I mean, it's possible that they sold them.
Yeah,
they were
right.
sold out.
I mean, that's not right. That was my thought too. Suddenly, I guess I don't know how suddenly it is suddenly, but I mean, I've had people come in and buy like 2 or 3 pieces of artwork first thing in the morning or at the end of the show. So it's not completely out of the question.
Right. Yeah. It's, I did watch Inkwell's video, and if you guys want to see that, he goes in for like 20, 30 minutes talking about the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's interesting at the same time, like, I don't have ways to verify any of that.
Right. Right.
It's
right.
interesting.
All hearsay. Yep.
Yeah. So feel free to go listen to that if you want.
Yeah. Make your own opinions. Let us know what you think.
Yeah. Make your own opinions. Go buy a pitchfork and a torch and then find your local con and storm in there and raise hell. Don't do that. It says he's been awaiting communication from the team at Ravensburger. Sounds like a gross burger. This one has feathers in it.
Yeah, no, thank you.
This be given permission to publicly share the layered hand-drawn files of my Lorcana cards, as unfortunately it would be in violation of certain agreements to do so without explicit written permission. Hands are tied. All I can say is that I've worked in some capacity with Disney for decades. My years of work will stand up to these accusations. And then he goes on to say, though not strangely, an AI detector, which came back showing one of my D23 releases from 2014, was 99.9% AI, a rather humorous but absurd discovery. I think if you zoom in on pictures too much to where they start to like decompress or compress or whatever, where it gets more pixelated, I think that can throw off some of these AI detectors too.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to be like, is this picture AI? And it's like, third hand screenshotted, and like upload. You have no idea.
There was one picture I saw that someone posted that was pretty damning, but we'll see if I can find that.
Okay.
I understand completely the hatred for artists using Gen AI and passing it along as their hand-painted, created work. As its uses, blah, blah, blah. I did not use it, nor have I received any communication from my Ravensburger Lorcana team accusing me of such. This came from one person speaking on behalf of Lorcana, issuing a tweet, no backup or even naming the art director that they spoke to. I think the thing that they said that is kind of sus here is that none of it has anything to do with his art prints. He's just addressing the Lorcana stuff, which doesn't look the greatest.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, yeah, Step and a Half. The library background, if you look at it closely, it does look a little sus.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though, and this is the comment I sent to GalaxyCon because everyone was giving them props for having a policy that says no AI, no vendors have AI, no whoever they all said like no AI to be present. How are you going to police this? How are you going to enforce it? So right now, I'm arming my mob of supporters with the conviction in their hearts to go out and buy their pitchforks, buy some torches. But I don't think that's the right way to go about it.
Yeah. It really comes down to the question is like, how can we really tell?
Yeah. I think if you can produce here's the thing though, some time-lapse videos or even like the people show their project files with their layers.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're looking at, you can be easily convinced like, oh, well, looks like they did it.
Right. That's that was the other thing that was I didn't even know that was a thing. They have an AI that can generate a time lapse for you. Like, I cannot believe that people who are so like incessant about AI continue to try and force it that it's like really made by a person. Like, at what point are like how far will they take this? And it's like, guys,
well,
AI sucks. Like, nobody wants it either. Like, people want genuine handmade things. Why are we trying?
Whatever you're
so
pounding
bad
over
to
there
make
is overtaking your microphone, dude.
Sorry.
I think you're talking. With your mouse. Whatever you're banging around is just.
I'm literally banging my table.
It's literally.
I have so much conviction about this. It just doesn't make sense. It's so much effort wasted. Why aren't they not programming these AI robots to solve cancer or like any of these other stupid things? Instead, they have to concentrate on whether or not you can prove that your AI art was actually made by you, even though it wasn't. Like,
well, they are working on the cancer thing because they want to, in the future, be able to put everyone's health information into the cloud and then run your blood test and get you an mRNA vaccine for your cancer. Moving on. So,
conversation.
Step and a half chimed in with there's a library background that looks so AI. Well, here is a similar themed one to there's a different picture that's in question, but this is a similar theme. And it's like at first glance, it's like this could just be artistic decision to, do things the way that they did.
Yeah.
Or it could just be the computer really tried and then do a great job. So like none of these are actually symmetrical back here. They don't line up correctly. Bookshelf has some lines that kind of split in different places. There's a lot of weird things that can be going on. Is it AI? I don't know. But if you're going to have a policy that you're not going to allow AI at your shows, how do you address this?
Yeah.
You just walk up to the artist and say, hey, how'd you make this? And I say, oh, I made it using Clip Studio. And they're like, well, my work here is done. Like, I did my investigation. So yeah, there's other things with like wisps of hair. Sometimes I can't really see it on this one, but sometimes you'll get additional wisps just coming out of nowhere that don't make a ton of sense.
Yeah.
The big one on, let's see if I can find the picture that was in question. See if I can blow this up. Share this tab instead. So this was the one that was in bloody hell.
Yeah, of course, it zooms the wrong side.
And I can't arrow over. There we go. That's a little bit better. So like on braids, a lot of times when AI is trying to do braids, it doesn't understand that each of these pieces should be almost exactly the same. So you'll get these like double strands in here and that sort of thing that don't exactly look right. If you look at some of the books with the perspective, it doesn't necessarily look right. So there's a lot of things that could just be the artist didn't do the best job.
Yeah.
Right? It could be any number of things. There's been times where I've drawn a hand and I'm like, I hope no one looks at this for more than like 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Is this kind of a shitty hand?
I like how the ladder disappears into the bookshelf there.
Yeah, down at the
that looks like he's trying to do an optical illusion.
Yeah, sometimes the computers have a hard time with tangents.
Yeah.
Things intersecting.
Yeah.
So is it possible that it's the computer that did it, or did he just say, I used a reference and it didn't have a step that far down?
But then there's the ladder is crooked up top. Like
Yeah.
what was the decision behind that?
Now they do shape like this, and some of them do. But that's the
I've
thing.
never
It's
seen something
like,
that.
is how the hell, if
Yeah.
you're let's just say you're the floor manager for the artist alley,
Yeah.
and Toon Emu's long lost cousin, Toon Llama, comes up, and Toon Llama says, "My mother just bought $500 of generative AI prints off of this artist, passing it off as their own, and I want you to do something about it." And you come over and you see this. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Be like, hey, dude, did you use AI? Do you think anybody in Artist Alley right now would be dumb enough to be like, absolutely, this is Midjourney?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think anyone would be dumb
No.
enough to do that?
No. If you are ballsy enough to go to a show and pretend to be an artist, or pretend to pass off work that you created with AI, then you're definitely going to be ballsy enough to lie as best as you can.
Yeah. Well, most of these guys have a cover story, and they'll say, I use this program to make it. I use whatever program.
Yeah.
I use Clip
this
Studio.
This guy's hiding behind Disney. Disney says in my contract that I can't show you until I get approval.
But that's probably true. He's probably
It
not
could be.
allowed to
Yeah.
share stuff like that,
Yes,
unless
yes.
I mean, there's a possibility that's true.
Which that I don't understand. Usually, when the work is released, those issues are like, oh yeah, you can post whatever you want now.
I mean, typically, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't know how Disney works. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. So yeah, on a very basic level, I tend to err on the side of the artist. I might be sus as hell, but like, I don't know their full process. I don't know what they were doing. And at the end of the day, this is going to be one of those things where the age old proverb of judge not lest you be judged yourself.
Yeah.
If you're an artist in this space that gets known for throwing rocks, you're gonna get some rocks thrown back at you.
Yeah. Yeah. All
So
it takes is being wrong one time.
So that being said, I
Yeah.
need my whole audience to start picking up rocks, because here it comes. So I don't know. I think the easiest fix is you need, number one, someone on your staff that knows what to look for. So if you say, hey, did you do this digitally? Okay, can you provide us with project file and or the time lapse? And if neither of those things look like a normal project file or a normal time lapse, you need to see another one. And not like a week from now, like right now.
Right. Yeah.
I think the other bit is having them actually talk through how they're doing what they're doing. Now, if you had someone of Jimmy's experience, he'll be able to walk you through just talking exactly what he does. But if you got a newer artist who's newer to the scene, they'll just be like, oh yeah, like I use Clip Studio and I use like I got texture brushes that I use, but yeah, that's mostly what I do. They didn't make it.
Yeah.
You don't talk about layers, lighting effects, lighting layers, blend layers, clipping layers, clipping masks. If you don't know what any of those things are, like any of those things, you're probably making it up. So, is there anything else here? Did they say anything else? Anything else going on here? So yeah, let's share this tab instead. I don't know what to make of all this. I don't know that he's going to be booted from any shows. I don't know that he got booted from that show. I don't think he did. That was New York Comic Con. I didn't hear anything about anybody getting booted from New York.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've completely lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of anything from New York City either. when is New York? Is it actually New York City Comic Con? Did that already come and go? I thought that wasn't until October.
Oh, well, maybe that's something else then.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. When is New York Comic Con?
I thought it was in October because I was kind of planning on trying to maybe try and go if I could, but I
No,
don't.
probably wasn't it.
Not look like it's happening.
Oh, New York City Anime.
Ah, okay. That
I
makes
saw
sense.
New NYC and I assumed it was Comic Con.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what happens when you assume. Is anyways. Let's see here. I had something else pulled up. Oh yeah. So while we're kind of on that,
Don't want any, Steve.
have you heard of the Labubu?
Oh my God, they're everywhere. It's ridiculous.
Do you know how much this company's worth now that makes Labubus?
Probably $1 billion at this point, or at least a quarter.
Oh, they're insane. I think they're the number one revenue generating.
It's the next Funko.
How much is Labubu worth? That thing you do with the mouse?
Yes.
It's really loud.
Oh, weird. Why is it so loud? My mic's way over here. I don't understand that.
27.5 billion.
Wow. Are you serious?
27.5 billion as of August 2025.
Woof.
I didn't know what they were. I had somebody come up to me asking me if I wanted one. I thought it was drugs. It was not. And either way, once I saw it, I definitely didn't want it. This thing looks evil as shit.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what everybody's saying. It's like, this seems like it's a very it's like an evil entity thing. Like, I don't what people are loving it though, but like,
well, there's stories out there, James. I don't know if you've heard this, but there's stories that the reason why it's rose to fame so much is because it's actually demon worship.
Yeah.
Have you heard this?
That. Yes, I have.
Do you believe it?
I don't have any actual information about it, but I've heard this.
Whoever
created them was
Ben.
They were on something.
Yeah, so is Labubu based on a demon? Our Labubu dolls trying to, here we go. Share this tab instead. Are Labubu dolls trying to possess their owners?
Oh goodness.
Interesting. Some of the most terrifying things I've ever seen. It shows me the weirdest stuff, blah blah blah. This morning I was served to Snopes article about these creepy Labubu dolls at least 3 times. I'm just seeing this article for the first time, but yeah, Pazuzu.
Oh,
if you ever needed more proof that Labubu was based on a demon, look no further than Pazuzu.
Interesting.
Which do you think is the better name?
For a demon or for
just
a
in
mass
general?
media?
Just a cool. Which is a cooler name?
I like Pazuzu better. I think it sounds cooler.
I figure though, for either of these, is if you say it 3 times, will it manifest?
Oh God, I hope not. Yeah, hopefully not.
It's been a long time since I've watched.
Oh yeah, there's Simpsons. I haven't watched Simpsons forever either. Oh my God. There's Pazuzu.
They predicted the Labubu with Pazuzu. This is incredible. Look at this. He's getting possessed right there. So at any rate, the reason I bring this up is because the Fame comics, the ones that are known for doing like the biographies and such, they have commissioned a Labubu comic book cover for New York Comic Con. Can you imagine a company that has $27.5 billion is going to do when they find their precious Pazuzu inspired fuzzy toy plastered on comics everywhere? What are they going to do? What would you do, James?
If it was good for my brand, I'd let it go. But if it was not good for my brand, I would be like, give me a piece of that pie.
Yeah, all right. Let me in on
Shut it down. Yeah.
Make their own little Labubu cartoons. What's up, Chris?
What's up?
Why do you got that Pazuzu thing up? I ain't distressed. Yeah, same, dude. And the fact that people get like excited about, look at this, but I keep saying Pazuzu now. Look at this Labubu I got. They'll have it on a little keychain on like their purse or on their belt.
Yeah,
It's like, I don't know.
that'll be the next print I make. It'll be half Labubu, half Pazuzu.
I mean, it would probably sell like hotcakes.
Probably would.
Until a demon shows up and sits on your chest in the middle of the night wanting to be paid the small price of your soul.
Yeah, no thank you. I'm all right.
You ever have that night terror with the night witch that sits on your chest?
No, I've never had that.
I've never had it either, but
I've heard people who have.
Nah, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Just don't get your Labubu wet or feed it after midnight. I feel like don't get your Labubu wet is something you tell a kid, like when they're going into the bathroom. Like, don't get your Labubu wet.
That's so wrong. Good Lord.
I mean, that's probably good advice. Don't get your Labubu wet. Yeah. Yeah, it blew up like instantly, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Sell your soul.
I'm close. If it means money, I'm close.
Well, it's nice knowing you, James. Next time I see you, you'll be up there with Rogan doing an interview. And it'll be like, how did you get so famous so quick? And you'll be like, I don't know. I just don't have time to be on podcasts with some lame dude in Ohio. It'll be, and then Rogan will be like, Jamie, pull that up. Be like, wow, look at this terrible guy sitting around in his room talking about Labubu. We all are kind of chasing like this thing, though, you know, like the big thing, this viral thing that we can, you know,
dude,
cash in on before the fever's over.
Yep.
What do you think? Do you think Fame's going to face any backlash at all for this?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know, man. Ben might be able to chime in on this because I know, like, in the anime world, like Crunchyroll, I believe, really hammers down on the copyright stuff.
Yeah, it's Crunchyroll and Aniplex. It's another one.
But then, like, as far as toys and like video games, to my understanding, the video games they don't really crack down on. I could be wrong.
The only one I've heard about is video games wise is Warhammer.
Nintendo. The obvious
Nintendo. Yeah,
the obvious elephant in the room.
Yeah, Nintendo. Honestly, Nintendo is beginning to shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I mean, they're doing all sorts of shady stuff that people are like, what is going on? What is going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think out of all of us, the person who could probably get away with a Labubu print on their wall without anybody being like, yeah, you know, that shouldn't be there. And everyone would be like, yeah, that makes sense. It would be Chris's wall. Chris has all the cryptids and monsters and such.
Nice.
I think a Labubu would slide in there. No
Fit
problem.
Right in.
And if he was in a mirror with Pazuzu, like standing in front of a mirror, one way or the other, looking into a mirror.
Yeah.
You got Labubu on one side, Pazuzu on the other. I think that would definitely be a winner. Nintendo is losing that lawsuit bad.
Yeah.
Which lawsuit was it?
There's a few of them, and Nintendo is also filing a patent for like basically summoning monsters. Which
is that the whole Pal World thing?
Yeah. And like Pal World actually like removed the actual throwing of the ball mechanic from the game, and I don't know, it's stupid because Pokemon they were not the first to do it, so we'll see how that's gonna work. I don't know, but people are getting upset with Nintendo because now they want to charge $80 for a game, and like they're cracking down on what you can do with your own Switch that you purchased. There's a new thing they added in the terms of service that if you jailbreak your device, they will ban your system from the network. And people are like, well, I should be able to do whatever I want to do with my own device. So
right.
There's that, and there's like, and they keep going after these smaller creators that are creating content like Mario and stuff, and it's just gonna blow up in their face.
Well, here's the thing with that. So with the device, if you're using the Nintendo network for anything, you have to agree to their terms of service. It reminds me of Disney Plus and Disney, where someone like literally died at Disney and they couldn't sue because they accepted terms of service on Disney Plus.
Right.
I think with Nintendo, it makes more sense not to. I could see like banning them from Nintendo service if you manipulate your device, because that's how you hack stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So nefarious stuff could happen there. Not to mention, like, if someone makes it so their Switch is untraceable or whatever, and they're getting in these games and talking to kids, I'm not going to finish where that story goes. Like, do you want somebody that has a hacked device that has that kind of access?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, there's the pros and the cons, as with anything, really. But
well, that's just as far as like getting on their online service.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Outside of that, like, do whatever you want. You know, it's their service; they can say their terms. But I don't know. That's like they're trying to say, like, back in the day, like if you bought an Xbox and you modified it or whatever, you could get like in all kinds of legal trouble. It's like, who?
Yeah.
What FBI door kicking operation is going to go in there?
Yeah, I think the issue people were having that was that if they wanted to modify their system in some way, that that Nintendo would brick your system, even if you didn't want to do the Nintendo's. If you didn't want to do the Nintendo model system.
I didn't know about
so basically, you would modify your thing, and they would send out a code, and it would brick it. You couldn't use it anymore, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah, that I don't necessarily agree with.
Yeah.
You know. Chris says, if I wouldn't get sued, I would do a whole Warhammer 40K series going hard in the paint on the lore. Well, I don't want to get sued. Yeah, that's I feel like this is the closest I've ever flown to the sun doing some Warhammer stuff, but
yeah. I'm gonna come up with my own series. It's gonna be called War Killer 20K.
War Wrench.
Yeah, there you go. War Wrench.
War Wrench HD.
War Plunger.
God, we did that back in the day with Godsmack because we all thought it was a hilarious name when they first came out. It's like, yeah, okay, well, what about like a Jehovah Jab, you know, or a Savior Slap? Anyways, I could sell that but lose my soul. So no Labubu prints coming from Chris. Ben confirms it was Power World in the lawsuit.
Yes.
Favorite fan, and I'm done with War Wrench 20 Quays. Not so much with it ain't easy coming up with these universes, man. But I feel like what they're doing with these Fame comics, it's gonna be something's gonna bring it down. I just have a feeling something's gonna happen. It's almost too good to be true that you can mass print anything that you want on a cover as long as you call it a biography. But that's more or less what parody is. I mean, you could easily just say it's a parody book.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's saying, I mean, they're gonna do it until they get into such big trouble that they can't anymore, and then they'll just change their names. Do something else.
Yeah.
It's
just funny because like there's more and more artists that are coming out saying that they're doing a Fame cover.
Yeah.
And I just keep thinking back to Zerdy that put out that post that he wants nothing to do with anybody that's doing a cover or whatever. None of these shops. Like there's a lot of shops selling them now, and there's a lot of artists that are doing them.
Yeah. I think that's a stupid ideology. Like if someone wants to do work, let them do the work, dude. Like, I mean, it's you're getting contracted to do a job. You want to do a job, and maybe if it gets you a little bit of fame in the process, no pun intended. Then great. But I don't know. I mean, unless they're asking you to draw like Scarlett Johansson completely naked, then I understand. Like that's a little scummy. But
So is that what you're working on, or?
No.
Steve, I might have missed it. How was Tennessee? It was good enough. Like Ben just said, it was a slow grind for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's one of those rooms where, because of the audience size, the celebrities do absorb most of the attention.
Mm.
But I don't know.
Was
I
there,
think it's good enough.
was it slow pace? Like there was not a lot of people, or was it like a lot of people just congested?
Friday low density. Sunday was a little busier than Friday, but Saturday was definitely the busiest.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was. I thought I was gonna have to say. I'm glad they fixed it. They had some of the guys from Clerks were there, and their line was coming all the way down into the vendor section,
Oh wow.
past part of my booth. Now, mind you, this was very early in the day, and I'm like stewing because I'm just like, what am I gonna have to like? Who am I gonna have to go bother to like fix the line? And then they're gonna tell me it's not their problem. About 10 minutes later, this gal comes out and says, "We can't be blocking these aisles. You guys are blocking vendors. You have to come over here." And she like redirected the whole line. It was fantastic.
That's awesome.
So kudos to them on that. Kudos. I have not had any whiskey since June. I have not had any alcohol since June. So I had to bite down, grit teeth, and grind through it, buddy. Ben was there too. Decent profit. Yep. I've had a show there. Yep. Kingsport. They are flipping the Terror Weekend with FanFest. So FanFest is moving to May. Terror Weekend is moving to October or September or something. Rose City.
It's in Portland, Oregon.
No.
It's kind of far. Yeah.
I feel like there's a couple Rose Cities. Because
is there more than one?
I feel like there is.
It could be, yeah, maybe.
Either way, the answer is no. I have not done it. I've never done it. Anywho. Okay. Enough of this little bit talk. I've had enough of it.
Get that evil thing off your screen, Steve.
Oh, this is what I was going to share real quick. In regards to the AI detection. So this is a screenshot of one of Mulligan's art pieces, and this is what he's talking about. So Sight Engine is fairly reliable, but then again, there's been pictures that if you put in there, if you zoom in, it'll say 99% positive. So this isn't 98% was actually AI generated. It's likely that it was generated, right?
Yeah.
Could be completely wrong. But the some of them, like if you zoom in more, if you zoom out, it might say it's 2% likely. So you can't just do one and be like, cool, it definitely is, because there's still a couple percent chance that the computer's like, we think it is, it feels like it is, everything in the coding suggests it would be generated, but maybe the artist did something weird, or there's a filter they're putting on it. Maybe that's what's throwing it off. There could be all kinds of things, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it thinks that Dolly was involved. So it's possible that these were hand drawn and then put in for coloring, anything like that. I don't know. But I think this is one of those things where I don't know. I put a bunch of my pictures through this before, and for the most part, they'll come back 1 or 2% likely that they're AI. So obviously it's hand drawn, right?
Mm-hmm.
I put one that was very heavily digitally painted, and the highest it ever got was 40%. I zoomed in, zoomed out, everything else. So if you were just to throw that on there and you're like, huh, Steve might be using AI. There's a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. But when you're routinely hitting in 90%, it's like, we need to talk, because maybe you're doing something weird in your process that's causing an issue.
Yeah.
That was the picture I was looking for earlier. I couldn't remember what it was. Does anyone dare talk about the Phillies baseball situation?
Oh my goodness, the Karen thing.
Yeah, because I really don't care.
I know it's so it's so weird. From what I understood, they hit a ball, went into the stadium, and it was like a open spot. So there was a dad and his son, I think it was a boy. Yeah. And they went to go look, and there was the Karen lady who was looking around for it. I guess the dad got it and gave it to his son, and then the Karen lady went over and yelled at him and said that it was hers, and then she had it and then took it. But apparently they walked away with without the ball, but they walked away with being able to meet the team and an RV. I guess they won.
So an RV?
Apparently, yeah.
Well, that's a hell of a consolation prize.
Yeah. I will take an RV over a baseball.
Then why is anybody upset? I don't know what lesson we learned here, other than like, maybe if you scream a lot, you'll get your way, but hopefully someone benevolent is watching.
Yeah. Well, apparently this Karen lady, she got fired from her job. I don't know how true that is. This is what I've heard.
Yeah, I saw that going around too. I don't know that I don't even know if anyone knows who it is.
Yeah, I don't think her name actually is Karen, Chris. We're just calling her a Karen.
Yeah, and some people are getting really offended by that term now. Which, I had a friend growing up. His mom's name was Karen, and she's the nicest lady. And I can't help but think, for like the last 10 to 15 years, her life has been hell.
Hell. Change her name, the poor thing.
Yeah.
No longer Karen. I'm Corinne.
Karin. All my oldest work is apparently all AI, according to those things. Well, Chris, quit using AI. Could you imagine being named Karen these days? Dude, Karen, or what's the guy version? Is it Kyle? Is that what they're saying? Or is it something else?
Yeah, that I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. If your name actually was Karen.
Yeah.
That's rough. Yeah, that's rough. I'm gonna share something completely different now. We're just gonna a little conversation going here.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we forgot to cover this. So last week we got into the Ask Reddit thing, and you brought up a horror story.
Yes.
And I believe this is it. We have a poltergeist in our house.
Yes. This one, when I watched it, gave me chills. Rewatching it is not as bad, but it's interesting because they have like actual photographic proof that they provide in the video.
I only watched a little bit, and it looked like a made-for-TV reenaction. Is this a real?
Yes, well, a little bit. It's half and half. There's actual photos in there, and then there's a reenactment. That's kind of why I liked that series, Paranormal Witness.
Yeah, interesting.
Was my sanctuary. It was the perfect little house that everybody dreams about.
Of course, you can't watch any of these.
I thought that girl was naked for a second.
It was who?
This girl's bikini is like flesh tone.
Oh,
and at first I'm like,
Steve's getting blocked.
Like, James, why would you send me this link? This is the entire time James was describing this story. I was like, he saw Paranormal Activity and thought it was.
No. This is what I watched.
There's this crazy found footage of these three dudes, these two dudes and a chick out in the woods, and there's like a witch chasing them. It's crazy. At one point, she's like snotting all over her face, and it's like feels. Anyways,
I never understood that movie. That was a weird one.
When I was a kid, when it came out, we watched it. I'm like, that was dumb. Like, you don't really ever see anything.
It was literally like nothing. Like, it was at the very end you saw something that was actually scary.
But then I had to go downstairs and change the laundry, and we have one of those creepy basements, and I'm like, okay, you win, movie. It creeped the hell out of me, man.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, this guy's got some rugs.
His new boyfriend, Matt, moved into the house.
This is kind of the whole story, so I don't know if you want to skip around. You can.
His name is Matt, and what is he carrying?
Matt.
2 of them.
Oh my goodness.
Living up to the name. All right.
How funny.
Changed in certain ways.
See Jamie's photos.
You're telling me she came home from something and she found all the cleaning detergents lined up on the kitchen floor.
Well, it gets worse. Yeah. That's what the mom was thinking too. She's like, there's no way the girls were doing this. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Maybe it's a subtle message from your significant other that they want you to clean. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. This just escalated. I didn't realize. I've been joking, and this is a very serious situation, James. You'll notice cleaning products, baby oil. This may not be a poltergeist situation. This might be a whole different situation.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Poltergeist.
I thought that Marie was doing it at first.
Makes sense.
Yep, blame the sister. Yeah, so random things would
At
be
this point, we
thrown
started taking
around.
pictures of everything because we wanted proof of what was happening.
Did he guys?
I did suspect.
Good one, man. Good one. That's
The
funny.
Diddy Geist. You wake up and your room's just surrounded with just bottles of baby oil everywhere. Oh my lord.
We have to make that a short now. That'd be hilarious.
All right. So some of the proof that we have so far is I just muted it for a second.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got toothpaste or some solution smeared all over the place with some cotton balls.
Yeah.
We've got what else we got? There's a bunch of pictures that the culprits that did it. You
That's
can't
weird. Things
you can't
stacked
be
on top of
serious.
each
You thought this was real.
Listen, when I watched it, originally, like,
How old were you?
It wasn't
How old
this
were
part.
you?
I
How old were you?
27.
27. Okay. Were you doing any drugs at the time?
I was not. I've never done drugs in my entire life.
Are you sure you didn't do it one time when you
no.
were 27?
No, I did not.
Okay.
No, so it gets crazier. The part that gets me is the things that happen later.
Okay.
So this part where I was like, okay, maybe the girls are having some mental illness or something, or they're having some problems at school, and they're just playing a prank on the family or whatever. I will admit this part, like, I mean, have you ever sat there and was like, how can I stack all these things, right?
Yeah, when I'm bored waiting for my food at a restaurant.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Or if I was, I don't know, a 20-something girl that wanted to mess with, my sister or whatever. Like, she thinks this shit's real.
Oh my goodness.
All right. I better see some like three-toed demon claws climbing up the wall here or something. All right. It's a very scary bathroom. We got
Stuff spilled
coffee,
all
juice,
over.
hot chocolate.
I don't know what that is. Looks like blood, but
So is this reenactment here?
You're the only one.
This
in
part's a
here.
reenactment, yeah.
So the only thing that seems like it might I don't know. Maybe I would blame it Ghost too if I spilled hot chocolate all over my sister's bed. Be like, it's that poltergeist again. Like, I wouldn't want to own that. Now I gotta clean your bed. No, hell no.
Oh God.
I knew that we hadn't had
This is like a bad episode of Full House so far. Okay.
an
Yes.
earthquake. I didn't bump
Full House
anything.
with ghosts.
I was angry. I was frustrated.
Let's bring that
and
bleach
annoyed.
in.
I decided to clean my room.
Chris is over here. He's
Just gonna
talking
clean the room.
smack over here.
I can't.
It's a reenactment, but this is what they're saying happened. Yes. It gets worse. I promise you. It gets
I can't read
worse.
Chris's comments out loud, but they make way more sense than
Matching is mad. Stained by oil.
I closed the drawers and I turned around and the drawers were open and
I couldn't believe what I just saw.
This can't get
I was
worse.
freaking out.
Yeah, the reenactment is really bad. They're always really bad on these things. They're enjoyable to watch because of how bad they are, but
I haven't watched this whole clip yet. I haven't watched any of this clip other than I clicked.
Watch the clip live.
I clicked around a couple times. And I'm like, this looks like a reenactment. I literally had no audio. It wasn't playing. I just clicked through. Is there any actual video or photos that are like, holy hell, like that's a demon on the wall?
Sort of, I guess.
This sounds made up. That's not a reenactment.
Sort of.
Oh my god. Okay, we got We got 3 minutes left.
There's more
I'm
pictures.
scared out of my mind.
I saw it with my own eyes. I saw it happen. Shook me up.
Shook up.
Jamie said to me,
Felicia's on the floor.
"We have a poltergeist in the house."
Let's get in the car.
But
Let's go.
There we go. Okay, here's this is actual video. This is not a reenactment. This part is a video.
Are you
This is
sure?
part- yeah.
It starts off with a jelly sandwich with an arrow
Jamie
pointing
said to
at it.
me, "We have a poltergeist in the house."
Oh my god.
This is actual video.
Everything was twisted and pulled out or
Yeah.
on the floor.
They left and came back to this.
No, the video is not real.
And pulled out or on the floor.
Because
What
then
did
they
you say?
say Susan's photos.
All right.
Video's
okay.
not real.
All right, the video's not real.
Video's not real. So far we have
Well, where's the
somebody
rest of the photos.
tried to make poutine on the top shelf of the fridge. And whatever the
Listen,
earlier
I-
footage
okay.
was. And we had some messy we had I'm gonna reserve any further judgment. We're gonna watch. I am being the devil's advocate. I'm now going to be the advocate.
Chris, I think what got me is the latter part where we haven't gotten to it yet, but the part where they try to make a pact with this demon and like it gets worse. That's the part where it gets me.
They arranged all their jellies into a circle. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, Dave. We'll see you, buddy.
Hey, thanks, Dave. Talk to you later,
All right,
dude.
all right. I'm on
It's
your
not- I
side
guess
now.
it's not as bad now that I'm older and I've watched it. Maybe I was in a vulnerable state. I don't know, but it gets more interesting. Okay, it gets more interesting.
Or on the floor.
What's the timestamp on this? 9/14 what? 2006.
2006. We got some condiments splattered on the ceiling.
Yeah. So
You got Randy
Coming up
Marsh's
here-
chair from South Park.
coming up here though, there is a picture that's like, what is that? That's like it could be like an actual like print of some sort of like a crazy animal. It was like on the wall or something.
The only thing I could think that they were in a jam.
Ah!
It didn't stop.
Doors would
Oh my
bang
goodness.
all night long, all day long. It would just be constantly over and over and over.
All right, so here's the distinction.
all night long,
Okay.
all day long.
Yeah,
So
I
none
don't know
of-
why they would
Just
try
be
to do the fake
constantly
video
over
reenactment that
and
when
over.
they're having actual footage makes no sense.
So anytime they have the actual footage, they're putting writing up. So this is from Jamie's cell phone video, but the previous video did not
Okay.
have that.
I definitely didn't catch that
Doors would bang.
when I first
Oh
watched.
Well,
this.
James, that's why people come to Points of the Crown. This is the web show where we get to the root of the issue. This is where we find out what's really going on in the world.
Night long, all day long. It would just be constantly over and over and over and over again.
I don't know.
At
Maybe it was
night.
windy that day. I don't know.
All the lights would go off. Everything, every light in the house would go off, and you could flick the switch and the lights won't come back on.
My mom had talked to somebody who
Clearly, the work of a demon. This is long before the Pazuzu. Back then, this is even post Furby. This would have been
Yes, this is post Furby.
what era? Was 2006? You said. What was the big
Yeah.
demonic force at 2006?
God, I have no idea.
Oh, wait a second.
The current political region.
It would have been George W. Bush. That would have been collectively what everyone was hating at the time. This house is possessed by a demon spirit kin of none other than President of the United States of America at the time. That's why there's a lot of stupid shit happening.
suggested that she offer it something, a peace
There we go.
offering.
Sperms of incense.
Made a small place on the mantle. You might say even like an altar.
You might even say like an altar.
Yep, literally an altar.
Okay, so we're gonna summon this thing to appease it on the altar. Okay, go on. I'm supposed to be advocating. Here we go.
Yeah, we thought this was stupid too. Like, who was like, I'm gonna try to offer it something and pray to it and stuff, because that makes sense.
There was one time he came home from something. This is years ago. My brother was home visiting from college, him and his girlfriend at the time, and they'd built a whole snowman sacrifice altar on the back porch. They made an altar out of snow with little snowmen with their heads cut off, with fake blood in a circle. It was just red food dye. It was. It looked a lot like some of the images I saw in here. Honestly,
Nice.
So I had found a little cat figurine, and I put it on the mantle, and I spoke to it, and I said, "This gift is for you." I would like to give you the small place. The mantle is your place. To let you know that we mean you no harm. We don't want you to be afraid of us. And we don't want to be afraid of you.
Nope. You're an idiot.
Matt wasn't happy about it.
Matt is the only person with any common sense.
Because he was carrying mats? That's what you got out of this? He's
Um,
got common sense because he's carrying Matt.
well, number one, I like the theme. I like he has a theme going, right? So that's good. Number two, like, best case scenario, there's no demon in your house possessing anything. Best case scenario right now, your girlfriend is putting a porcelain cat on an altar to the spirit in her house that's making a mess and slamming doors.
Mm-hmm.
That's best case. Worst case scenario, I can't remember which order I just did this in, but either she's worshiping a devil or thinks she's worshiping a devil.
Yeah, right.
Where's the upside on this?
Yeah, there is none. That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Matt was very much against the figurine.
Amen.
He was very much against communicating with it. He was very much against giving it a gift of any kind. He called it talking to the devil.
Are these the witches we're looking for? Is this
Yeah,
the witch hunt?
Maybe.
Is Matt a witch hunter? Anyway.
Honestly, I don't want
I was making an effort to change things. I was doing something, but in doing that, I risked
Call a
our
priest or something, bro.
relationship.
my home.
Matt just got really angry.
Matt, Daddy, don't do that. Dad, don't you dare!
Threw it in the yard.
That's enough of that.
Gonna hit that with the mower later.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a real problem.
and then boom, it was back. Okay, it's back.
It was one of those times where you just can't believe what you see before your eyes. I know it landed in the field. I saw it.
Was it still in the field? Was there two of them?
I don't know. I remember this going a little bit differently, so I don't know. Maybe I was mixing more than one of them, but I recall it going differently. And I also recall them showing a picture of a claw or some sort. So either we skipped past it, or there was another video that was similar to that.
You want to rewatch the whole thing just to make sure we didn't miss anything?
No, you're good. You're
Because
good.
we picked up pretty early on. We only skipped about 20 seconds.
No, yeah, we didn't get far. So it's possible my brain is making things up. I do have those creative juices.
So, Chris says, James, I was expecting Stark raving terror based on your vivid recollection the other week. I was picturing like in Paranormal Activity where you see like little paw prints in the floor.
Yeah,
You know, that sort of thing.
yeah. Maybe I was mixing them. Maybe I was mixing the movie and that reenactment up. But there's a couple of them. There's a couple like that has 9 seasons. So
That's impressive.
a lot. Yeah,
That's
it
impressive.
was. That's probably the longest running like paranormal show I've seen.
I think this would probably be the most fun I could have in a job is like all right, we have these people that think that they saw stuff. We need you to make a reenactment video.
Yeah.
What can you do? And you're like, well, let me see what I can cook up. What's going on? So they're getting pictures of like weird stuff going on in the house and stuff. Well, what if I put cans of soup going up into the attic?
Right.
This is a part we skipped over.
Yes.
If I had seen this, I'm like, what's next? Reese's Pieces leading the alien to the house.
Yeah, Chris says that. All right. Okay.
Well,
Lost my spook creds, man. Sorry, dude.
there it goes. All right.
Like the street creds.
Well, while we're talking about James' potential drug use and that sort of thing, we're just going to cut to some questions of the week and wrap things up here. What are your thoughts on younger people increasingly replacing alcohol with weed? What do you think about that?
I think it's to be expected. I think people are going to go to the most legal thing they can do to feel enjoyment. So now that weed is legal in 49 of the 51 or 52 states, however, whatever we're up to nowadays, they're gonna more than likely do that instead. Where plus most people think that weed is okay for you, whether it is or not, as for everybody else here in the comments to decide and research on their own. But I still think it's probably better than alcohol. But yeah,
I made a comment to a young chap when I was in Denver. We got on a topic similar to this, and I said that the one unforeseen consequence of legalizing recreational weed is that there's so many common areas now that just reek of weed.
It's awful.
And I am not one of those people that enjoys the smell of weed.
Mm-mm.
I think unless you're using it, you're not really enjoying that smell.
It's the same as cigarettes. I mean, people were smoking cigarettes and then leave the cigarette in their pocket. They get a reek of it. It's like, I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, we almost need to like bring back how we talk about people having bad BO. Like, we need to include that with BO because it stinks. It stinks.
Find it on as I enjoy beer. I've tried weed twice, made me tired and non-productive. Chris says, I've never smoked weed. I had a job for a long time that I got a lot of random drug screens. So even if I was like involved in an accident, potentially, like whether I was at fault or not, I had to get drug screened. So it just didn't make sense to even mess with that stuff.
Yeah, I've done edibles once, and I've smoked it once. And that's it. But yeah, like Chris said, not really missing much. The first time I did it, I was just mad giggly, and then like I was really awkward the rest of the night.
Yeah. So it's like business as usual, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I guess maybe more giggly than I usually am.
Possibly even more awkward than I normally am.
And then the edibles, they just made me pass out. That was it.
The interesting thing that this young chap said. Again, I was out in Denver and I was having this conversation with him. He's like, man, that's a really good point. I hadn't thought about it. He's like, me and my girlfriend, we routinely, if we're walking through the city, we'll just light up because we can, He's like, something should be done about that because it's not like your fault. If you don't like the smell of the smoke, like it's not your fault that we're smoking it. Like you shouldn't have to suffer. Like, okay, this is an interesting conversation. He's like, I wonder if you could make like something like a chapstick that you could rub under your nose to negate the smell of the weed. I'm like, I was thinking he was going to go the direction like, what if we get a strand of weed that doesn't reek of weed?
Stink? Yeah.
That
seems kind of weird.
Yeah. So
why should I have to buy a chapstick thing that goes on my nose so that I don't have to smell you? Yeah.
Well, with my luck, there would be like you do the little thing here, and it leaves a stain that makes it look like you had a Hitler stash. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the H word on YouTube, but there we are. No. But that would be like I have a little like skin reaction or something, and just like Yeah.
You just break out on a rash, and it's just this like perfect little square here. or
Yeah. Well,
rectangle.
then you got to make the tactical decision of like, well, do I just, do the Mentos thing and then do the rest of my face?
yeah.
Is that the move, or do you cut your losses and just look at like you're a Nazi for the rest of the? James obviously smoked the nights. He watched the Poltergeist thing. I don't know. There's possible. You get the right mood, the right lighting. You're watching a video. It's late at night. It's kind of creepy. I'm trying to be an advocate and not a devil's advocate.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Should I try using the deodorant line under my nose? Dude, I'm telling you. So Ben's talking about using some different odors that would be more. I don't want to give away his product line and what he's doing, but we'll just say that it's going to smell really good. And I think if I had something that smelled like good and tasty under my nose the whole time, all day, probably put on 30 pounds overnight. You ever do that where you get like an air freshener that smells like food?
No.
First one I ever bought. I was trying to be a responsible young man. Got my first apartment out on my own. I bought an apple pie air freshener.
Oh, okay.
And nothing worse than getting home after a long day of work and that house smells like fresh baked apple pie.
I guess then you're like, I want apple pie now.
Yeah, it's not good.
I can see that.
The one thing I'll say is positive side on the drinking side of things is that there's some actually really good non-alcoholic beer out there. Mm-hmm. I'm about to be partaking in a couple myself here. It's actually not. I actually prefer this Guinness to real Guinness.
Interesting.
And it's non-alcoholic. Who'd have thought?
But I mean, what is the flavor of non-alcoholic beer? I mean, alcoholic beer tastes like alcohol with like whatever flavor they put in it, I guess. But like when you remove the alcohol from the I've never had non-alcoholic beer, so I don't know. But when you remove the alcohol from the beer, what does it taste like?
Well, so beer. Here's something that's kind of interesting. Just walk backwards from like that extreme, and we'll walk back to non-alcoholic. So the extreme would be like whiskey or bourbon, right?
Okay.
And if you're making whiskey, you just made beer and then you distilled it. So you made like a 6% alcohol beer that you run through a still, you separate all the water, and you're left with high potency alcohol.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you walk backwards from that, when you're making beer, it's almost like you're making a very interestingly tasty tea. There's a lot of different notes that come through. So like when you drink different beers and one tastes more like bread or one tastes more like whatever, those are the different ingredients and grains that you can use to make that water into more like a tea with a high sugar content that then you brew, and that sugar turns into alcohol. Right. So pretty much, to my understanding, what they're doing is they're more or less just carbonating a bready tea mixture that's similar to what their beer tastes like.
Okay.
And the one note that really makes you think that you're drinking beer is the hops. People put hops in there and they're bitter, right? So you get a little bit of that bitter note. And some of them, I swear, I had one out in Denver that I thought was a real porter. And it's called Emerald Porter. It tastes just like a beer. And the burn from the carbonation also helps sell it. So it kind of feels like you're drinking a regular beer.
Okay.
But so the ones that I've been drinking, Chris, is the Emerald Porter. You're probably gonna have to order that one because it's brewed in Canada. But I've been just doing Guinness. Guinness is more easy to find. Yeah, I'm just gonna crack one open now, and hopefully I don't get foam all over the place. It's actually pretty. Yep, there it goes. Shouldn't have done that in here.
Quick intermission for Steve to go grab a napkin.
Yeah. Just on the computer desk, no big deal. Anyways, that one's good. Athletic makes a few good ones, and Coors Edge actually isn't that bad.
Have you tried Tom Holland's non-alcoholic beer?
Never heard of it.
Oh, okay. I don't know what it's actually called. I just know that Tom Holland has a non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, never try that one.
Okay.
Oh wait, Tom Holland, the actor?
Yeah.
I didn't know he had one.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, no.
I don't.
Yeah.
The name didn't sound like a real name for a second until I'm like, oh, that's like a spider guy.
Yeah, it's Spider-Man. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have fun cleaning this up later. That's gonna be great.
Mm.
So what's something someone did that convinced you they were a complete psychopath?
Oh, okay.
Something that someone did that convinced you they were a complete psychopath. I got an easy one. I'll share. I'm sure I shared the story recently, but the little girl that, like, when I say little girl, she's probably in high school or freshly out of, that ended up stealing my entire bucket of Halloween candy off my table.
Nice.
She was the one that walked up. She's like, "Oh, is this free candy?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can have a piece or two." She reaches down, gets a handful, and it's like this many, and then just throws it in her purse. I'm like, "Well, I said one or two," and she's like, "Oh, okay." And then she dumps the whole bowl in. And says, "Guess you should have had a sign," and walks away. And I'm like, "These people exist. They exist, and I found one."
Nice.
Those sons of...
Guess you should have had a sign. Good Lord. What a psycho.
Yeah. Yeah, the Guinness is just as explosively foamy out of the can as a real one.
I guess I can't say it's complete psychopath, but definitely made me think, okay, this girl is a little cuckoo. In high school, I rode the bus after school, obviously every day, and so I used to go to BOCES, which is like a trade school training thing, and there was this one girl who very shy, didn't talk a lot, but always was like, trying to be flirty with me on the bus and stuff. And I had recently broken up with my girlfriend. I should say she broke up with me, and so I was kind of like in a vulnerable place. I kind of knew this girl was a little weird. But I was like, I don't know. She gave me a note one day, and like, I don't know. It was something you would do in middle school, like, "Do you like me?" kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is a little weird, but I'm like
hand origami things where you have to like say a number 7 times.
No, it was just a note that she gave to me. And then circle it. Yeah, I know. I used to like those. So then she's like, "Oh, do you like me?" And I was like, so I sat on it for a day because I didn't read it. She gave it to like as our lesson to bus. I was like, all right, yeah, sure, I'll circle it, and I gave it back to her. She was all excited. I circled, yeah, I guess.
You thought you circled, yes, you're cute.
Yeah.
There wasn't an option like, but I also think that you might be an insane.
Yeah. There was not that option.
Wasn't.
No, there was no option C.
It's a very surface level survey. She's saying.
Yes, it was a yes or no. Yeah, black or white here.
A YouTube level survey. Like, have you thought that maybe I'm like, yes, just get me to my video.
Yes, skip survey. Yeah. So she was all excited, and then like, I don't know, she asked me to sit with her, so I was like, okay, I'll sit with you, and like, so we were like,
it sounds like you kind of like this girl.
We were, I was in a weird spot. Anyways, so we were talking and stuff, and we were talking about stuff, and like, so we got to BOCES, the after school program, or I guess it was during school, but we got to BOCES. She was part of the BOCES program. It's where I saw her on the bus every day. And like almost right away, already introduced me to her friends as her boyfriend. Oh. I'm like, I don't even know what your name is yet.
You don't know her name?
I don't even know what her name actually. I think I did.
That wasn't on the survey.
I think I did. I think I did, like, as we were talking on the bus, but already introduced me as her boyfriend. And then I was like, so I'm like, okay, I get to class. But like, I was like, yeah, then I had to avoid her.
So what was she doing before that made you think that she was kind of creepy?
Just doing like the awkward, and like, I guess in retrospect, like, as younger kids, like, I don't know, most kids don't know how to like show their or communicate their affection, but just like, just acting super overly flirty to me every time she saw me on the bus or like tried to like.
And you didn't know her name?
Bring stuff. No, did not know her name until I think I did. Like I said, after I filled out the survey.
Yeah.
I don't know, like 17, 18.
Filled out the survey.
Yeah. Yeah. so yeah, but I'm like, all right, you're a little crazy. She's crazy. And I had to have the embarrassment of being in front of my ex-girlfriend and like having this 10-second relationship. So it's just like, yeah. So that, but I felt really bad because like then like after she realized like I was kind of avoiding her, like she'd like get off the bus, she'd be crying, like I don't even really know you. How are you so upset about this? Like, you know what I mean?
Man,
so yeah, a little crazy,
cold.
Yeah. I guess so, but like,
heartbreaker, man.
Yeah, no, it was weird. It was weird.
That's wild. So you had that moment of like you're sitting next to her on the bus and you're like, how do I figure out this girl's name?
Yeah.
Without saying like, hey, by the way, I know that you've been kind of creepy on the bus forever.
Yeah.
Random. So does her like Facebook profile randomly like pop up from time to time? Like,
dude, this is before Facebook, bro. This is before
I'm saying
Facebook.
Is nowadays. Does it come up as like a suggested friend?
Oh, I've never seen her. So it's funny. It's funny I say that, but I think I'm about 65% sure I ran into her at the store in the mall, the children's place it's called. We were going there obviously to get children's clothes like a week ago.
Well, was she obviously doing the same?
85% sure that was her.
Or was she just doing creepy stuff?
She seemed like she was more normal, I guess.
Okay.
The 10 seconds of interaction I had at the register, I don't think she recognized me at all. But
yeah, that's the nice thing about getting that far out from your high school graduation is sometimes things start to make you look a little different.
yeah, I got the beard. Yeah, the beard. Like, I'm almost unrecognizable.
Yeah, well, there's people
I'm fatter.
There's people that saw me 5 years ago when I didn't have a beard and nor did I wear a baseball cap. And now they see me and they're like, who's this strange man approaching me in the parking lot?
They're like, hey, it's Steve.
Hey.
Oh, wow, you look so different.
Yes, all the time. That's what I got. I like Ben's method of finding out someone's psychopathic. Do they spend 60 minutes going to the bathroom without a phone? I don't think they're going to the bathroom in there, dude. I just don't think that's what's happening.
No.
Yeah.
Not for 60. I mean, that's a long time in the bathroom.
Yeah. Let's do one more question and then we're gonna call it a night here. So I still gotta get ready to go to Iowa.
Yeah, I gotta start getting ready for flower.
What's the adult equivalent of finding out that Santa isn't real? Adult equivalent of finding out Santa isn't real. Like your world's just shattered. I don't know that I have one. It's an interesting question.
Santa's not real? This is news to me.
Nonsense, I say. I think part of it for me was finding out how much as a country we've done in other countries, just wildly nefarious shit. That like, I was listening to a podcast. Someone was talking that their father was in Vietnam and was traipsing through all these jungles that had been sprayed with Agent Orange to kill all the foliage.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was until he was literally on his deathbed did he get any benefits. And that was like within, I think, the last 10 years. So the dude just had to live with horrible, health complications his whole life.
Wow.
And not to mention the people that were over there that had their houses just doused in the stuff. Like, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, yikes.
Chris chimes in with Girl moved out while I was at a show. That was close. Yes. Close to finding out Santa isn't real. I'm ending the show on a real downer, aren't I? Probably should have ended on the last question. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a finding out Santa's not real moment.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They have only recently admitted my dad was wow. Still hasn't got any of the Agent Orange benefits for Viet. That's insane, man.
Whoa.
See, that's the thing. Is like if you're gonna draft all these kids, I say kids very loosely, these young men to go over there, get shot at, get shot to shit, get blown up, drop all these chemicals on them, and then be like, well, we don't have any records. Like, what is going on here? It's absolutely awful. So
Yeah,
no
that
problem,
sucks.
Chris. No problem, Chris. We like to end on a downer here. At Point to the Crown, you can raise your spirits by coming out to a Comic-Con near you, as long as near you involves either Des Moines, Iowa, where I will be at GalaxyCon out there slinging my wares, or close to Rochester, where James will be. James, where are you going to be at this weekend?
Flower City Comic-Con. Yep, Rochester, New York.
Yep. Come on out. Support us.
Hell yeah.
And before you guys roll out, hit that like button.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.